fall into big savings, all in the Kroger app. Get 3-pound packs of select varieties of juicy Kroger seedless grapes for $3.99 each. Then get flavorful USDA Choice boneless chuck roast for $5.99 a pound, all with your card and a digital coupon. Shop these deals at your local Kroger, less than 5 miles away. Or tap the screen now to download the Kroger app to save big today. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Prices and product availability subject to change. Restrictions apply. See site for details.
Hello and welcome to Gardening with Ben, your go-to podcast for all things green and growing. I'm Ben, your allotment guide, and here to help you cultivate your garden and your passion for plants. Whether you're a seasoned gardener or just starting out, this podcast is for you. Each episode will dig into tips, tricks and techniques to make your garden and allotment thrive. From planting, sowing and growing, we will share all the tips and advice. We will also have regular episodes talking about what we have been up to on the allotment. So sit back, grab a brew and enjoy today's episode. Hey everyone and welcome to today's episode on Sunday. So yeah, we're back at work now, but I've pre-recorded an episode for you to listen to today as they are going down a storm at the moment. I'm trying to push them out and get more people listening. The figures are going up, but we won't be millionaires yet. But yeah, one day, you never know. We just need one to go viral. But today, what we're going to talk about is looking after the wildlife in your garden. Now, wildlife are important to your garden. You may not think so, or you may not do your bit to looking after them, but there's always ways and methods in helping them and giving them a little helping hand in the garden. And the last few weeks I've purchased quite a few bits and extras to my allotment. I've not shown any photos of all these yet, as it's quite a surprise for you. You're the first people to find out. And obviously I talked about the bird baths which I purchased the other week, which the birds seem to be loving this. I've seen them splashing around, enjoying the water, enjoying the splashing in it, drinking the water. But yeah, I've added 2 bird baths to the allotment and it was well worth the investment. So next up, we have also purchased something that I've always wanted, and that's a hedgehog house. Yes, I've got a hedgehog house. I've not took a photo of it yet, so you can't see what it looks like. But we purchased that because obviously we get a lot of slugs on the allotment, and encouraging hedgehogs to your allotment and to your garden is one of the best pets you could have down there living on your allotment, as obviously the hedgehogs will come out at night and they'll go around eating up all the slugs what are in your garden. So if you can encourage hedgehogs into your garden, that is one of the best things that you can do. And I purchased mine from B&M's. I purchased my hedgehog house from. So yeah, it's not fantastic quality, I would say. So I don't know how long it'll actually last, but we'll see. We'll see how well it does. And hopefully we get a hedgehog living on my allotment and maybe some babies. We have had a hedgehog once on my allotment. I've seen it in my polytunnel hibernating once before. Obviously it stays warm in there, so they've stayed in and hibernated in my polytunnel before. So what else have we got? Well, obviously we've got our pond to encourage the froggies. You can't beat having froggies, again, as well as the hedgehog. Having a pond will encourage the frogs to come, and they will eat as well all the slugs up. So hedgehogs and frogs in your garden are a must if possible. Obviously not everywhere you can have ponds, but if you can have just like a small little plate or little box with some water in so that the frogs can get in there, encourage as much wildlife as possible into your garden. And we always try and get some frog spawn to put in our pond each year to get them frogs coming to the allotment and hopefully enjoying being down there. We've also purchased some ladybird towers. Now, I've never had one of these before, and basically it's a wooden log with lots of little holes in it, and that encourages the ladybirds to go in there and hibernate and nest and find somewhere to live. Now, obviously, ladybirds are good for the allotment as well because they eat all the green flies and stuff like that. So having ladybirds down there will definitely be successful. And I don't know if you're like me, but I've noticed so many ladybirds this year in my garden. I don't know what's going off. Whether there's a sudden urge of ladybirds, I've no idea. But we've got all the varieties of ladybirds down at my allotment. We've got the red ones with the black dots. We've got the black ones with the red dots, which I believe aren't very good ones. Please tell me if I'm wrong, but I don't know if those are a nasty version of ladybirds. I don't know. But we've got lots of ladybirds. And my gooseberries are covered in it. My plum trees are covered in it. My sunflowers I've seen with ladybirds on it. But yeah, they're everywhere at the moment this year. So we've got plenty of ladybirds down there. And what else have we got? We also purchased a butterfly feeder. Now, I've not seen one of these before. This is something new to me. And basically, you make your own nectar by using sugar, hot water, and a pinch of salt, I think it is. And you fill it up, and the butterflies come and feed on it. And it feeds the butterflies, basically. So you're doing your bit to looking after the butterflies. Obviously, butterflies aren't necessarily good things anyway, because they'll lay their eggs and the caterpillars will eat all your cauliflowers and stuff like that. But I do love to see the butterflies. They're absolutely gorgeous. I don't know if you like me. I'm another one, like, I'll see squirrels in my allotments and I don't mind. Yes, they do disturb stuff. Yes, they pull up the bulbs and eat all the bulbs and stuff like that. But we've got, hopefully, lots of wildlife going off down at my allotment. Every morning I can hear peacocks around, and you can, because near where my allotments are, someone has a couple of peacocks, and you can hear them in the background and stuff like that. Now, obviously, I could have chickens on my plot if I wanted to, but I haven't got the time to do it. And if you've got chickens on your plot, you can let them loose, and they'll go around eating all the bugs and all the slugs as well. So chickens are a good thing to have on the allotment. And obviously, I look after the birds as well on my allotment. We've got lots of bird feeders down there, and I'm regularly keeping them full. And we obviously look after the blue tits. We've got blue tit boxes. So we've got blue tit boxes down there as well. I've also got a bug station as well, which I need to put up. That reminds me. And that's for the butterflies to hide in, for bees to go into, for little creepy crawlies to go and hide in. But yeah, we've got a bug station as well, so I need to get that up as well. And hopefully, maybe possibly soon, I'll get some robin houses as well, because we have plenty of robins down there. So I'd like to encourage the robins to nest on my allotment, which would be absolutely fantastic seeing baby robins down there. I've never seen a baby robin. All I've seen are robins just dancing around, but I know they're quite singular. They go around on their own, so I'm told. But yeah, we'll have to have a look to see if we can get a robin house down there. But yeah, I do love to look after the wildlife down on my allotment, and it's good to see, and it's good to be around. So probably maybe later this year I'll invest in some stuff for bees, for the solidarity bees, because you can get bees that live on their own, and possibly the robins. So they'll probably be on my list next to look after down at the allotment. And let me know, please send me a message via Instagram if you're listening to this, how you look after the wildlife in your garden and what you do to encourage the wildlife into your garden. As obviously there's loads of different methods and different ways of looking after them. Like, I watch videos online of people feeding foxes, feeding badgers and stuff like that. I've never seen a badger or a fox down at my allotment, but obviously I'm never down there late at night, so I don't see any of them. But I'm tempted to have like a wildlife camera set up, but then I'd be watching it all the time and thinking, why are you going near my plot? I'd be seeing everything everywhere. And we've got two allotment cats as well down on our site. So they're good to go around. They go around obviously catching the mice and the rats and stuff like that. So if you've got any cats down at your allotment, that is perfect. Literally perfect. Sorry, a little dad joke. But yeah, absolutely bursting with wildlife, my allotment. And it's fantastic to see. I love seeing it all. Yeah, some stuff can damage your crops and stuff like that. But again, like I always say, I'm not there to grow loads and loads of vegetables and stuff. I'm there for my mental health mainly, and to share tips and advice with you all. So I hope you've enjoyed today's episode. If you can do one little thing in your garden to encourage some wildlife and to look after it, please do so. Have a look in shops like B&M's, The Range. They have plenty of stuff in there. Wilco's, which is inside the range. Have a look and see if you can do your little bit in looking after the wildlife and encouraging it into your garden, because you never know, some wildlife does help you out as well. So until next time's episode, remember, keep smiling, keep shining, and keep gardening with Ben, everyone. Thank you for joining me on this episode of Gardening with Ben. I hope you have found some useful tips and inspiration for your own gardening and allotment journey. If you have enjoyed today's episode, please make sure to follow and subscribe to the podcast so you never miss a new episode. And if you have a moment, I'd love for you to leave a review and share the podcast with fellow gardening enthusiasts. Your support helps us grow this community and continue bringing you great content. You can also follow us on social media on every platform called Gardening with Ben for daily gardening tips and updates. Happy gardening, and until next time, remember, keep smiling, keep shining, and keep gardening with